on the TV so I can figure out what time it is. For some reason, my TV was frozen, so I just knew it was like 1 o'clock. I just felt like in my gut that it was 1 o'clock. So I rushed here. The cab driver said my car didn't work. I know that it was working, but he said it wasn't working. So I had to go to the ATM. And then I had to explain to him that I am subtracting the fee from the ATM because your machine isn't working. So that's when he decided to get angry. I don't care because clearly my card was working. It was your machine that wasn't. So aside from that, we have a lovely young lady coming by, Miss Gloria Winder. She is a hat designer. So she'll be stopping past a little bit later. But we also have Mr. Danash Harrison. He will be joining us on Be Exposed Radio shortly on the Danash Harrison show. Very shortly. So he'll be coming in. We'll learn a little bit more about who he is and what he does and all that jazz. Also,
you are listening to BeExposedRadio.com. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yeah, we back again. Fly T Miles.
Your boy Sack Banger. It is what it is.
Hip Hop K. It's your boy Ish, Pac-Man Society.
Got 1-5 in the building, man. What up, Ish?
Yeah, already.
So today, look, y'all, I want to talk about support. And not just support from a relationship standpoint, but support far as us having businesses, and you know how we reach out to people and they always trying to get stuff half off or free. But what's up with the support in the community?
Yeah,
well, go ahead, Kay.
Well, basically, I think that I do see a somewhat resurgence of support, because to be honest, like growing up, I ain't even see as much as I see now, but it's still not enough. Like even giving like y'all clothing line, stuff like that, I didn't see as much of that going on when I was young, not in abundance like now. Because I can name about 10, 15 people that's doing our business-wise just in my circle. But before, it was one time where everybody would have been struggling. So, but we gotta do better, because we should, instead of that low on, it should be that Republic or something like that. That's more from us, you know what I'm saying?
And then when you see your man wearing it, support.
Yeah,
it's just that. Just like you'll go out, you're gonna wear the Louis, you're gonna wear the H&M belts, you know.
I don't want none of that.
You're gonna go spend your money on all the so-called fly stuff, but you getting these rich corporations and these rich white families, no disrespect to the races or nothing like that, but it's just what it is. Like you getting these rich guys that already had it established, that been had it established for years. All you doing is bringing them more up the bar. And you got somebody right around the corner who clothes is just as dope. They fit your style. They fit your you know, the way you wear it, no baggies. If you want a baggy, you buy a baggy or whatever. Just the whole thing of authenticity. You know, you can only get that from your own people.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, and it's happened to me a million times. I might bring a positive idea, right? Look, man, I can get some shirts for a half price or whatever. Legal.
Mm-hmm.
My support system be like, but let me say I had some drugs for a discounted price. Everybody jumping out the woodworks. People got to break out of that negativity, that negative mind state. And I don't see what's wrong with support. And that's just like, man, there's people around my way I done bought clothes from, support in many type of ways. They ain't crack their lips to say, what's up with a King Porter shirt or a Republic of Great Men shirt. So it is what it is. I got more strangers support me or support us than my friends. No disrespect to y'all. But that's just how it is for me. Like,
it's a competition thing. Like everybody in competition. We don't have to compete, or we can just become allies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right here in your face as far as just how these countries work. You know, the U.S. is allies.
I'll tell you what's crazy too.
Russia,
You never know
French.
who's paying attention to you. That's another
Never.
thing with support. I'm working my son out the other day. He had practice, but they canceled it. So I'm making him run the hills. So a young lady coming down the little aisle, and she like, "Hey, I like your radio show. Keep it up." I ain't know who she was, but I was like, damn, a lot of people really pay attention and are supporting. They are.
That's true.
Yeah. So
It's the strangers.
we need to get this support up, y'all.
We
That's all.
definitely do.
Support
We
black
definitely.
businesses.
From the relationships to business, community, movements, family. It's about support.
Mhm.
No doubt.
So
Yeah.
anybody that's listening, any of our callers, y'all can call in 410-702-5657.
Call
and
us
give
up.
us your take on support. What you think that could uplift us a little bit more in our communities, in our family, in our business, in our movements as far as with music or cheerleading groups or marching bands.
And you know what? You know what else? We gotta get out that mindset of where you got a lot of followers who think they could be a leader. And that comes into where people can support too. Because they think like, no, this should be me, but they don't even have a mindset to pick the ball up. You know what I'm saying? So they like, oh, but I got my little idea. You know what I'm saying? So they hate on yours. When in all actuality, they should be teaming up, like you said, with the allies. You know, when you're making a team, everybody gotta play their role. Everybody can't be Mike.
Pardon me, but I'm sweating like a Hebrew slave in 100-degree weather with
Hot
long
day
johns
today,
on.
hot day. I hope everybody kept cool. Hope y'all kept fluids in your body, you know.
Salam
Hope you're trying
alaikum,
to
her
do
white.
all the animal
Coach.
antics.
I
You
see.
understand what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Man, call us up, man. 410-702-5657. We want to hear from the community.
Yes,
Coach,
we
I
do.
see you. What's going on? I know you down in Atlanta still winning them championships, brother. I'm trying to relocate. Make it happen for me.
That's definitely what it is. It
That's
is
support.
what it is.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
Shout out
just
to
a little
everybody.
rebuttal from what my man Couser was saying. Everybody can't be a boss or whatever terminology you use. See, I think that we all bosses, but you know what I mean, the synergy is created with like coming together. You know what I mean? If we can get together and create synergy, then that's where the power comes in. That's when we get together and create unity, power, and a real movement. We all
Hold on.
are bosses in my eyes.
Hey, we got to go to a break, y'all. It is what it is, radio.
Most definitely.
This flashback.
Prostitute or something? Like you can't. I got it.
No. I was always in sales. Like I've been in sales since I was like 14, and I could sell anything. You know, I could sell salt to a snail. I could sell ice to a polar bear. So it's like, you know, I done
He was
sold.
working.
Yeah, I was working.
Okay,
I was working.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I was in sales. Sold cars and sold this and sold that. And
Yeah, I
so
feel you.
my biggest thing was, like I said, I never been done with the whole you know, giving your money to people that's already rich.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And I feel that as an entrepreneur, you know, when you see like black businesses, Latino business, because I grew up in Texas, so I grew up around blacks and Latinos, and just support your community, support everybody. You know, I will support everybody's community, support the world and all that. But at the same time, it's like be an entrepreneur yourself, invest in yourself, and invest in what you believe. And I just don't think that we should give money to these dudes that's already rich.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
People, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop play out here. We basically talk about support. We definitely need more support from melanated people for our community.
Switch chairs, though.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
What's that? Grab another chair.
You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta come together, be
back,
better,
y'all.
do better. You know what I mean? And and just support each other. I'm tired of saying the hate, you know. Even if you ain't pop.
We got a caller.
Oh, we got a caller.
What's up, caller? Where the call at?
Oh, he hung
She
up.
gone?
He hung up, yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a great lady. She's here visiting. Well, she's Baltimore bred, born.
Yeah.
She's
West
taking her
Side.
talent
Okay.
to Atlanta, Georgia. She's a singer, model, actress. Miss Nate Heartless, y'all. Miss Nate Heartless.
Hi, everybody.
Talk to the people.
Okay.
Hello, Miss Nay.
Hi. So it's Nay Heartless on Instagram, which he's referring to, but it's Naomi Rose in real life.
Ow.
So I'm just up here visiting, like he said. A lot's been going on with my city. I've actually been having some really in-depth conversations in Atlanta about it. And it's always interesting, the perspectives of people who only see things from like the media and the press setting. Like they've never been here, they've never lived here. And so I always have to have those types of conversations, which is interesting. But I do try to do some positive things with the youth down there. I still mentor at my college, and we have a couple programs out of my office that I participate in. Still got a day job right now. So shout out to the state of Georgia.
And all the Georgia peaches.
Yeah.
Tyree ain't giving niggas no lights free, man.
I forgot you a half Atlanta guy yourself.
No, I'm all the way Baltimore. I just spent time,
bro.
What they talk about? Okay, I spent time in Atlanta. I spent a lot of time.
Yes,
so
you
I feel
did.
where she coming from with that. You know.
So, Miss Heartless, let me ask you, what do you think about support as far as in Baltimore? Do you think we support each other?
I don't.
I don't even.
And it's unfortunate. It's
Especially
very
since
sad.
you've been in Atlanta and you see what go on down there.
Mhm.
Give your take on that.
It's very different. I'll say that. So when I was here, I was in the all-girl rock band Misery Loves Company, and we did all our own material. It was an all-girl band playing drums, guitar, all that kind of stuff, rapping and singing. It was very hard for us to book gigs in Baltimore. Most of the time, we had to go to DC just to get a decent crowd to play in front of. And I was like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? For this to be our hometown, all of us were from Baltimore.
Don't mind me.
Okay, I was just making sure. And so that's the crazy part. Now I've been back in Atlanta for 3 years. I lived down there before when I was in school there. I went to Clark, and it's a whole other world. I made so many connections. Now I'm down there not only doing the stuff that I'm doing, but I'm like mentoring and developing other models. They actually come to me like, hey, Naomi, I want your help. You don't get that here,
right,
unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if we worked better together here and did have that support and connections, Baltimore's artists, regardless of what type of artist it is, could go so much further. You know what I'm saying? We be on the map definitely as a city that has a lot of entertaining people from here. Yeah. Because when you think about it, past like, I'm going to say Billie Holiday, people like that, because they actually are like mentioned in history books. What's the other big acts that Baltimore are going to be known from our generation and our era that are going to have longevity? Just go on and people keep talking about them, you know?
You know, and rest in peace is Little School, the rest in peace G-Rock, all the, you know, the hip hop artists. A lot of y'all, you know, a lot of my guys that passed away on the streets or whatever. But when it comes down to making an impact, you know, I salute Scooter and everything that he was doing. But how long will his name be spoken of, or how long will his name be uplifted as an aspiring artist from the city or whatever the case? Because I know for a fact he influenced my son. My son raps hard now. He was a fan of Little School. So I can imagine how a lot of these other kids going to be fans. So it's like who they go to next. Is that real music to them? Do you bring in, you know, teach them about jazz, teach them about real classical music and all that? Because rap is not it. And I am a rapper. I'm a rap artist, but rapping is not it. So when it comes down to support, you gotta go in all areas, you know, from the art to the artist
You know what's wild though is I don't understand Baltimore. Well, we call it Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand because it's like we different, and it's like in a different way. Like we savage is really wild. Like I remember I went to Virginia, right? Mm-hmm. Man, a couple of my homeboys. We tell man like, yo, take us to the hood. We go to the hood. It was like the suburbs. And I'm like, man, but it's crazy because our mentality so messed up from the way we were raised that we look at our hood like it's a badge of honor for how wild it is. Mm-hmm. And most places just isn't like that. Like you can't even. I remember when I was young, you couldn't even walk around the corner. You know what I'm saying? You get caught around the corner and you from around the corner. Right. It's like, oh, what you do around the corner? Straight up.
It's funny because like she was just mentioning places like Atlanta and all that. We wild. You might get into it with a guy, words exchange, and then it's on from there. I mean, I done been there ways though I see these guys pull guns out like, bruh, go ahead, bruh, shoot at the ground and all that type of stuff. I'm like, what is this? But I had to, catch myself because it's like I'm expecting the guy to kill a guy right there in front of everybody or shoot straight at him, shoot him in his head or do whatever. I'm like, oh, you ain't about it because you're shooting at the ground. But the whole time it's just about my environment. Same way as somebody say something wrong, I might flout the hand. I'm like, fuck you say, nigga. And when I get loud, everybody turn around look at me like, oh, what the fuck wrong with bruh? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just my mentality of just being that aggressive person, no matter what. Like I'm just aggressive from business to just my personality. I am an aggressive person. But being in different places did help me calm and settle myself, become humble, become more knowledgeable of I can't show that outside of like, oh, I'm a Baltimore nigga, because that's gonna shy a lot of people away from me because they're really scared of us. And anybody know anything, they are scared of us.
They are. Even in Atlanta, like when I tell people that, especially in a business setting, they'll even look at me for a second and go, oh, you're from Baltimore. And I go, yes, I am. Born and raised. You know what I'm saying? And then even just being out working on projects, hanging with people, and they like, oh yeah, they from Baltimore, y'all better fucking chill. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And they always use that term, like, oh, they from Baltimore. Baltimore shouted.
And we are different, like, because I know I don't have a real big span for BS. Right. Like, I'm just going to get in your face. It's going to be a straight line. What's the problem? That's it. A lot of people aren't like that. And people tell me, you confrontational. And I'm like, no, not where I'm from. This is just how we are.
That's a natural.
And I tell people, I think like sometimes Baltimore, we're kind of like our own small country. It's just a totally different culture from anywhere else across the map. That's how I really feel about our city. And that's the thing I like about it. It makes us so different from everybody else.
I don't mean to cut y'all off, but I don't know if y'all checking the growth out. Last week we had bottled waters. This week we got glasses. Hey, I love y'all. Big Exposed family.
Big shout out. Big shout out to y'all. That's good up.
But you know what? One of the reasons why I kind of think we different is because Baltimore, like everybody family didn't originate here. Right. So it's like it's like some kind of weird melting pot. So it's like, but it's crazy because even our slang, we talk like up north mixed with down south.
Showing up.
You know what I'm saying? Like we just different.
That's just like what you can say with us. I've been knowing you for years. It took for my aunt to pass to find out that you was my cousin. Who'd have thought? So we always, it'd be weird situations where we figure out how we all connected.
But that leads to, on a support factor. On that area of the family, the family support.
We throwing this word support out. What is y'all definition of support though?
We're gonna start with that.
What's the? Can y'all call us up? 410-702-5657, man. And I want to know y'all definition of support, because support don't always have to be financial.
No.
Right. I think support just rocking out.
Also, that's another one with the support.
Mental,
To y'all
spiritual.
mothers out there, all the fathers don't got to kick out money all the time. It's not about money. Your child will remember you going somewhere, taking them. Like my kids do it all the time. We go to Denny's. I always get my kids as a group and go take them somewhere. Why? Because they're gonna remember it. Dad, like my daughter last week. Dad, remember we went to Denny's and we did this and that and the third. They remember that.
Well, you
versus
gotta tell them
100.
how many.
Huh?
You gotta tell them.
I
how
got
many.
6 kids and I'm down child support for all of them. That's crazy.
Ooh, bro,
Well,
I just bragged.
I get
damn.
$1,000.
That's
Well,
a
when I was
strong man.
working, I'm not working right now.
Shout
I
out
was
to my
getting
baby mama.
$1,000 taking out my check.
I do
And my
appreciate
baby
you.
mother, I ain't even gonna give it a like, but one of them like hitting my pockets. But baby, you ain't hitting my pockets. It ain't hurt. I'ma still support mine, and I'ma stun on you. But anyway, we ain't even talking about that. But my kids will always remember
Dang, y'all
us
make me
going to
scared
different
get a
places
baby
versus them
father. He probably gonna
Jordans.
take me down there.
Huh?
I said y'all make me scared to get a baby father. He probably gonna take me down there. I don't want no
Oh
problems.
yeah, shout
Oh,
out to the
God.
baby
Be a lot of
Don't
father.
have a
bitter-
baby
Take
father?
that
With
step.
me, it wasn't what I wasn't doing.
No.
Yo, she don't
But
have
it's
no
very
kids.
seldom. That's very seldom that
yeah,
happens.
that's
But-
seldom.
And you don't really see
They-
many guys like that's really trying to deal with the court system and all that, you know. So, but when it comes down to that part of life, I feel like it just comes to a mutual, mature understanding.
Yeah.
You know, y'all both laid down, y'all counterparted, y'all made that human being support and raise that human being, give them morals, give them principle. It's not about who spends the most money because time and is everything, you know.
Let me say this.
Raise them,
Do,
teach them.
got a caller, y'all. What's up, caller?
What up?
Hello.
What's up, family?
What's going
What's
on? Who
happening,
we speaking to? Who's this?
This is Tyree, man.
Hey,
what up,
brother, how
Ty?
you
Hey,
doing?
brother.
I'm good, man. You know,
Before you answer
out
the
here on the
question,
plantation.
you celebrating with us later?
On the terrain.
Yeah, man. I'm at work right now, man. I'm out here on the plantation, you know.
Okay, what's up with you? Talk to us.
Ain't nothing, man. I was calling about the support thing, you know.
Yeah,
You
what's up?
showing big support right now, boy. 1-5 love you.
Right, you already know. What up, Stack? What up, Lennie? What up, Meek?
Lennie and Meek ain't here right now.
Yeah, they not here right now.
They running a little late. They be in though. We got our guests.
They bluffing.
Yeah. What's up, though? Talk to
Yeah,
us.
talk to us.
Ain't nothing, man. Support is it's a backbone, you know what I'm saying? Support holds you up. Support is a system, you know what I'm saying? Support can be many things, you know. That's why I understand what you said when you said call in and let us know what support is to you. Support can be many things.
Yep.
You're right.
Preaching to the
But
choir.
it's definitely a backbone. I definitely
And
feel
that's
like
a
it's something that
Baltimore
holds you
dude
up.
telling y'all. It's
Like your
Baltimore
spine.
Right.
That's support, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right.
And that's what our
So-
communities have to get back to. Like you were just
Yeah.
saying, you know what I'm saying? It's not about spending money every time you take your kids out. It's about making sure the time is spent with them and you're molding them and making sure that they're going to be contributing to, you know, the community in a positive manner when they become adults. We got to get
I
back to
agree.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Parents, let me ask y'all this, though. Do y'all realize that when y'all raising parents, that y'all are raising your child to be somebody else's mother or father?
Yeah.
And that they pay attention to when you beefing with your baby mother or your baby father, they pay attention to that.
They pay attention
Man.
to everything. Kids are impressionable.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, man. Kids see everything, man. But it's all about creating the memories, man. Like, they might not remember that you bought them Jordans or gave them $100, but they remember when you pick them to Chuck E. Cheese and everywhere else, you know what I'm saying? And they memories that last for a lifetime, man. So it's just about creating memories.
Right. Hey, Ty L, we got to get ready to go to a break, good brother. You coming through or what?
Yeah, man. So,
You know
I
what we
don't
have-
know, man. Hopefully I get off, man.
All right. Hey,
Man,
we
get
gotta
on
go,
off,
y'all. It is what it
Right,
is.
sure.
Radio. We gotta take a break. Shout out to Tyree Coleon, man. Love you here.
What up, G?
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Joining us right now is Mr. Antonio Long. He was one of our first See Baltimore artists. That tour is actually under construction, and we're doing some revamping and making sure the foundation is solid.
Yes.
So we haven't forgotten about it. So December, we kind of took a pause, and we'll be back up and running in January. My mind is Gone food. I need food. If you're in the downtown Baltimore area and you have a cheeseburger in your hand, definitely stop past the studio. Give me a call and let me know where you are, and I'll meet you wherever you are. But Antonio Long is joining us in the building. He's a singer, inspirational, not necessarily gospel, not necessarily R&B, but encompassed of both of them. Yeah. So let us know a little bit about who you are, what you do.
Singer, writer, recording artist. And I just like to make good music.
There we go.
From Baltimore.
So possibly we'll hear a little bit of it live if he's not afraid, because we throw people under the bus.
Yeah.
Talent wise.
No doubt.
On this show. We got to see if you got the chops to sink or swim.
Okay.
We do it. We don't hold back here. We don't hold back here. But we'll definitely try to hear from him a couple more segments. So let us know about your music. So do you have an EP coming out, or is it one in the making?
I just released the EP actually October 28th.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Life. Yeah.
So what was it like making that?
It was fun. This is my first it's 8 songs on the project. Okay. So it's kind of a little more lengthy than your typical EP. But I put out a mixtape last year, but this is my first official project. Okay. Everything else has been singles. So
so you're singing your own music?
I'm singing my own music.
Did you write it?
All original music. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fun. The creative process was fun. I worked with Junior Lee. Okay. With Faith Junkie Productions. He's based out of Delaware. Okay. And it was fun. I was going up there. 2-3 times.
It was business because it's your money on the line.
Definitely.
Right.
No major labels.
Yeah, no doubt. It was fun. It gave me. It's more work than what I expected. Honestly, because
you're doing a bunch of different. You're writing and the performer in it, so that's 2 big jobs right there.
Yeah, it was definitely. But creatively, it was great. It was great collaborations. I also worked with Anthony Johnson. He produced a song off of the EP. He's from Virginia, and I worked with So For Real Productions.
You deal with some legit individuals. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step. You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're back.
Yes, it is what it is.
King Porter, Forever Fridays. Hey, call up. Kaya, you said you wanted a question. Call us up. 410-702-5657. Call us or I'm going to call y'all.
Oh, snap.
You think it's a joke?
Nah, my thing is...
What's your thing?
What's up with this support in relationships?
Oh, man, that's deep.
Woo! Well, I'm a single man, so...
Oh, that's a deep one. I can relate
You
to
set
that.
me up.
But
This was a trap to bring me in on this conversation, wasn't it?
no.
I'm gonna talk to you after the show.
He know you was
No.
gonna see Sack.
I'm gonna say this though.
And then I'm the only woman in here. See?
No, we got
Set me up.
the book bag.
We need you tonight.
But my thing, I'm gonna just go from my standpoint on things. You know, like
it's scary, right?
It's on gang.
Oh, we
Gotta
got a
call
call right
him.
now. What up? What up? What up? It is what it is.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Beautiful from Georgia. Tyree, this Kaya.
Hey, Kaya, baby.
Hi, y'all. Look, I was calling to ask because I saw you say the things about you need some book bags or whatever. You know, people don't realize that you don't always have to donate money and things like that. Everything counts. Everything counts. We need to get our children back to school, you know, easily. So every time I hear somebody doing a function like this, I try to volunteer. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. We here.
I volunteer myself to do hair. I'm a person. I don't have a whole lot of talents, but I braid. If it's 10 little girls or kids that want to get their hair braided for school, I always am willing to volunteer for that service.
Hey, Kaya,
that's all.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but I got 2 daughters that's coming to you, so just give me.
Okay, I'll come to y'all because I ain't got no air, but I would come to y'all. I would do those things. No, I'm serious. It's that simple. All of us as adults, even if we can't give of money, we can give something. You know what I mean? And I'm in a hardship situation, but my hands is working.
Okay.
So if y'all are having a back to school situation where y'all are gonna do book bags and things, I need a book bag, but I braid some hair up, and that as a community, that's the kind of things we need to start doing for one another. You know, I have a few uniforms that I bought last year that my son never wore. I could give those things. So people always ask, what can I do to help? You can do anything to help. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Yeah.
We appreciate you calling, Kaya. Make sure you inbox me your information.
So Tyree, I'm gonna tag you in some of my braiding pictures, and so you can see. Because if a child come up with their hair washed, I got the grease and I got the combs. I'm ready to get them ready for school. I'm serious, and I hope everybody that y'all are reaching feels the same.
I hope so.
It's something we can all do.
We appreciate you, great woman.
Now look, yo, you know what's crazy? Kaya. She hit the nail on the head right there. Because remember, for community, when it comes to support, is the unity that we be missing. And you know, just like when people come together and take commune, you know what I mean? And then you got to put that unity with it. You know what I mean? Because we all coming together and everybody bring what they bring. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, for instance, I rap, she sing, I can't sing. But if it come together,
it's a hot track.
Yeah, make it amazing. You know, everybody got to bring what they bring. So
that's synergy.
Yeah. If you can give a hot dog to a homeless man, anything is support.
And think back to the Black Wall Street. You know, the reason that they really destroyed it, yes, it was racism. You know, they falsely accused a black man of raping a white woman, and that's how the whole thing started, to destroy it. But they destroyed it because that was a black community in a white city that was completely self-sufficient. They had their own banks, their own homes, their own churches, their own businesses. They didn't leave outside of that radius that they lived in. If they did go to work, they came back and all the dollars were reinvested in the community.
Exactly.
You know where we messed up? And I hate the be the person to really put it on blast, but but the realest thing, the worst thing that could have happened to us was for us to get together with the white race. Because when we were separated, no, this is true. Our unemployment rate was way lower. It was so crazy. 85% to 87% of us worked. Like, this is a fact. This is not fiction. It's not fiction. It's not made up. Once we became that counterpart, and this ain't to be like racist or anything, it just is what it is. We had no choice but to do for our own, because it was just us. We couldn't go outside our community. We couldn't eat with them.
Right.
So we had to go to the mom and pop store down the street. We couldn't go to their market, so we had to have our own market. You know what I'm saying?
Black
so
economics.
Once
Black
they were able to put a
nationalism.
McDonald's right there. What's up with Joe Smo now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he can't compete with that.
You're right.
And just like with education, like think about it when they first set it up, separate but equal. I'm sorry, how does that sentence even make sense?
Exactly.
Right. It doesn't. And they weren't equal because at the time they had hand-me-down, thrown away books that the kids who were going to the white schools weren't even using anymore.
Right.
So now they already putting the kids behind the starting line, way behind the starting line, because you're not even starting at the same place, you know? And then with Black institutions, so as a graduate of an HBCU, all of our schools, with the exception of 2, are built in impoverished neighborhoods.
Right.
The government would not give them money to build those schools anywhere else.
Right.
But think about how had they not taken those funds and maybe said, okay, we'll only do 7 to 8 HBCUs nationwide. Now imagine that selection process being that slim for African Americans who wanted to continue their higher education. Do you know what that could have potentially done for us?
When you look into it and when you break it down on that scale, and I salute you, Miss Naomi Rose, for even having that open mind on that level.
Yeah.
You know, not too many Black people speak out even when they have, you know, that open mind. But one thing we gotta realize is that they took it away from us a long time ago for the dependency on them.
Yep.
You know, that's why he tore down Black Wall Street. They bring, you know, the false accusations against somebody.
Rosewood too. That was another one.
Yep.
You know, same thing with Rodney King. Like everything, it becomes, you know, it's an action for a reaction. And they're gonna take the action. They're gonna take the detrimental step to see how far that they can push us, to see how far that they gonna go into their next level.
Right.
Now, this going into the conscious minds of things, and a lot of people don't understand things on that level, and we are living in an ignorant world right now. So when we do speak from this aspect and this standpoint, we need more brothers and sisters to stand up and speak out with us. Don't speak out against us. You know, don't undermine what we saying like we just speaking a bunch of whole other crap. Like this is generations on generations on generations who saying the same thing. Now we got the social media and all that now, and the camera phone, so it could be more blatantly in your face now, but it's still right here in your face, and most of us still say, nah, that's not what it is.
And y'all know that's where they essentially got WIC from. It was the Black Panther Party.
Right.
They were feeding the kids for free.
Yep.
They were doing free after school programs and after school care. You shut down that organization, and then all of a sudden now the government has invented this way to give you support.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you know what? Speaking of the conscious and support, we definitely got to shout out to my elder. Shout out my elder, Dr. Sabi.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Power,
man, one of
baby.
the greatest men I ever walked.
They killed that man,
of course. And in his honor, we got to step our game up on the way we eat, the way we live. You know what I'm saying? Because just like he always say, he never heal people, the herbs do. So we just got to get ourselves right, get them grains up, do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's
right.
Just right there, that takes me back to before our caller came in, and I was talking about the support and the relationships, because me as a Black man and me having as much ambition as I have and all that, have another baby on the way, 4 kids by one woman and all that, you know, I try to hold strong with her, but I feel like my woman don't support me on certain things, but then she feel like she don't support me because of the hurt that I might have caused her in the past or whatever the case. So it goes hands in hand. I'm not going to sit back and say, no, I ain't hurt you, so you know, you should be supporting me. I say, I think we should be past that. I'm still supporting you right now. I'm here helping you take care of these 3 kids, another one on the way. I put my career on the line and all that to be a father here, you know. But
That's
I just feel like,
about,
you know,
man. Growth and
it's
development.
more so the female side of it, the emotion.
Do y'all think that society is? This is what I think personally. Society is programming these women. Well, I can't blame it on the women because we got some no good dudes out here.
Yeah.
But society
society
is
too.
programming these women with this independent attitude, which is nothing wrong with that. But they don't want the black man. It seems like, if you notice, the black man is absent in a lot of families, right? So when a woman has been doing it herself, and she got that nigga there that's laying on the couch and just eating her food up, she's programmed to, look, I don't need you. I think we need to take it back to family orientation.
Yes.
Me personally, when with the family, when the man is in the house, it's a different household. If a functional man is in the house,
Totally
it's a different
household.
Now, if you're in a household, you're teaching your sons, daughters, proper responsibilities and chores and things like that, and being productive, fine. But society got these women thinking I can do it all by myself.
Now hold on.
I don't think that's right.
Now hold on.
Let's talk.
Now you know.
Hold up. I ain't
Like
saying
I said,
everybody.
you set me up to make sure I was here on this day for this conversation,
Yes, we
right?
need your input.
That's why it is what it is.
Now this is what I'll say.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, because of unfair incarceration rates and
Mhm.
charges and things of that nature, a lot of African American males have found themselves serving longer sentences behind bars.
Right.
As a result of that, women had to pick up the slack.
True.
If they didn't, what was going to happen to the children that were still here, that needed to be raised and cared for?
Mhm.
And what I find happens a lot of times, and this is the scariest thing to me, I'll be dating a guy and then he feels like you too much. You know what I'm saying? You too much. You educated. You out here speaking up for the black community. Come on, Nate. It's too much now. And then I'll see them and they'll be dating somebody who may not be pursuing as many goals in life as I am.
Yeah.
So I think it's become a thing where, yes, there is an imbalance where more women of color have said, well, I have to do something. I can't just sit around and wait for a man to come into the household or for that father to decide he's going to stay in the household. I got to keep things moving, because if not, where were my children going to be?
You're right.
You know?
You know what though? I think it's just it's all by design, to be honest with you. Everything is by design. Because what we can always go back on is, even when we were as messed up as we was fresh out of slavery, we had the lowest divorce rates.
Never been out of slavery.
I know I'm saying fresh out of the physical aspect of slavery.
The deception.
We definitely, and then the family was there. Anything that you can think of, we, even in our worst moments, we had. It took even down to like abortion. When they first legalized abortion, we was the people who would never get an abortion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they pushed it on us. That's why I was mostly Planned Parenthoods and stuff like that in our communities. You can't find that in this.
Right.
And it's a reason why. Everything is by design. But the thing is, we got to understand we at war. And I'm not warring against the white man. I'm warring against white supremacy. That's my war. You know what I'm saying? But we got to recognize their tactics so we can know what's going on. Because a lot of the times right now, we think that we can overcome with education. We think that we can overcome with just getting a good job. When no, that ain't gonna work. We're gonna have to destroy their tactics.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, even while we getting educated and doing that, guess what our kids doing? Turn on the TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the thing, like pop culture, and that's another thing that has really destroyed our community, because now it's all about what shoes you got on your feet, what jacket you got on your back, what jeans you in today, and that shouldn't be the principle of what makes you. Like, I remember being a kid, being in school, and okay, they might tease one kid here and there, but that was it. That might go on in the morning. By lunchtime, we all sitting at the same table together having lunch. Nowadays, you got kids who don't even want to go to school because they being bullied so bad because of how they look when they get there, that they like, I'm not going to school. Or they, wanting to kill themselves, locked in a room all day, don't want to talk to anybody. That's very scary. And that goes back to us needing to have a solid family foundation in the black community. It's got to start in the home.
Yep, and it got to start with people like us.
This bully thing last week. I'm sorry. My family, I had older cousins, right?
Right.
Fat Man, Benny, and Jimmy, I thank you. I'm the oldest brother. I'm the oldest of my mom and my dad kids. But it was bullies. But let a bully mess with me. I got cousins I'm gonna go get. I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna commit suicide. I'm gonna try to hit you with a stick. We get into it. I'm gonna go get my big cousins, and they gonna deal with you. But you look like crying and he's gonna hurt me. No, these kids need some balls these days. I'm sorry,
but
I'm cut from a different cloth.
But they teaching them to be soft.
You're right, with the television and all that.
Every way.
I'm tripping off. I watched King of the Hill the other day.
You can't even say a joke now.
They promoting homosexuality. I mean, if you do what you do, it's not a problem. But they promoting all this negative stuff. We need to get back to get your damn kid from in front of that video game.
Yep.
Make them go outside. Remember when your mother used to say, "You smell like outside." You smell like outside.
Yeah,
you don't get that no more.
Outside all day until dinner started.
Like,
and then you can come back in the house.
And it's crazy because my kids, with my 3-year-old daughter, you know, she loved Disney Channel. And
Hey,
one
mama.
thing I hear constantly on the Disney Channel, we got 40 seconds before we go into commercials. I got to tell y'all this real quick, is that they are programming our kids with this little song called "Bad is the New Good and Good is the New Bad."
What?
So it's
I ain't
like
down with that.
when you putting this
That's the
into my child, you got little princesses and cartoon characters singing this mess. All it is just
that's deep.
You know, it's
programming them.
It gets deep. It gets so deep. But I mean, we go into that.
Oh, we're gonna
once
touch
come
on that
back
when
from
we
this
get back
break.
from break.
We'll get back at y'all. We
know,
gotta
sack
take
banger,
this
man.
break.
It is
Be
what it is.
exposed
Radio.
radio.com. It is what it is.
Check out this flashback on Gangsta Goddess Radio Show.
You are true to yourself. You walk that and you walk it with your head up because yes, I have this gangster in me. I can do this. I will persevere. I will keep moving. We have Black women who are dealing with mental issues. We have Black women who are dealing with health issues. We have Black women who are dealing with self-esteem issues. We have Black women who are just dealing with issues, child. So as you try to figure out why am I here, what's my purpose, and that can bring you down. And you have to find that, oh no, you gotta be gangster enough to say, oh no, boo-boo, not today. You will not get me. I am here. I can take a punch and keep it moving. But I can also give one. Don't get it twisted. And then go in and fix my makeup. What? Get the lip gloss popping, put the wrap on. And keep it moving. So that is that gangster goddess. That's where I find the balance. So you have to know when to bring it out, each side, because I can give it to you either way, because I am mother of truth. You're the unicorn, you're magical Negro, you're gangster goddess, and I am here. So thank you so much for your question. Feel free to text us again, and the number is 443-642-9403. But I hope we answered that for you.
For this and more, be sure to tune in to Gangsta Goddess Radio Show every Tuesday from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Right
Everybody,
here on
it's Monty,
BeExposedRadio.com.
the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this. There has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're back.
Yes, we're back.
We were talking about support. Got plenty of
It was getting deep.
Yeah, it was getting deep.
Once,
Miss Nate said, hold up, wait a minute. You ain't gonna be talking about my women.
But you know what though?
Because we get a bad rap.
We do
We
too.
get a bad.
It's not. We gotta get away from the,
You good, Kai?
the battle. You know what I'm saying? Like the men versus
the
women.
women. We need to come together.
Because to be real, we in this together, and
exactly.
And that little clown, what's his name? Tommy Sahua, something like that.
I know you're talking about.
He's a fucking coon, but that's what it's. His
I know
name
exactly
should be.
who you're talking about. Seminole or something. I know
always bashing black women.
Yeah.
But we gotta get away from
But he married to
all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we can't do they bidding. We can't fight the enemy war for them.
But
That's
I'm gonna
what
tell
we get
you what
caught up in doing.
frustrates us as black women.
Talk
Another
to me.
thing is when we do feel like we're giving that frontline support to our men, and then they just, like he said with his kid's mom, well, I know I've done a lot of things that hurt her, and that's the worst thing to feel like, yo, I've put myself out here, I've supported you, I've had your back, and then you turn around and do something that I kind of feel like you stabbed me in my back. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we get apprehensive and we kind of like, nope, I'm good. I don't want to be bothered with nobody. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it gets sometimes. Like I get like that sometimes. I'm like, nope, don't even. Hey, how you doing? Nope, I'm good. Have a nice day. Like I have my days when I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? And because it's just, you get frustrated. You get frustrated. And regardless of what it is, again, we have to get back to a point where we come together. It shouldn't be a competition, just like you saying. Everything that we do as men and women of color should be hand in hand for an ultimate plan to be success of our culture and our people.
You're 100% right.
But you know what though, by us, all right, like take for instance, I could tell you a strong black woman.
Yes,
and
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And by a lot of men not knowing how to be men. That's what it really come down to. And a lot of females in our generation are absent of a father, so that contributes too. Because like the hardest thing to overcome being a guy, and I know I'm not a bad dude, is when I'm talking to a female when she had daddy issues. It's really hard to overcome, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like they're gonna look for that in you opposed to looking for the relationship.
You're right.
Yeah.
They put you in awkward positions all the time, and it's like wow, but then they still mad because they put the anger that they have towards their father on you too. So you wear everything.
I went through that.
Valid point.
One of
That's
my
a very
children's
valid
mothers got I don't know why she used to hate her father. We was dating this 2001, something like that. Her father used to always come around. Good dude. I'm like, damn, why you don't like your father? I just hate him. She tried to do whatever in her power to get my daughter to hate me. That ain't happening. But
I think that's terrible.
Yeah, but I looked at how her relationship with her father was. And she was mad that, my kids love me, but my daughter wasn't trying to hear that far as hating me. But she was pushing it. But so I definitely understand what you're saying. Yeah.
That stuff is real though, and then be real with so much scars though. Like that's what we got to do some healing. Like it's so much scars in our community. Like we've been in bondage for so long. Like I trip when people act like we are well off or something. And I got a foreign guy at my job and he was like, why y'all, what? Like I see I come from poor. I said, look, you ain't in the same position as us. Right. I said, don't compare. I said, you know where you're from. You got your history. I said, you're not lost.
You chose to come here.
Yeah,
you chose it.
We in a place where they don't want us here for real, but we didn't choose this.
Hey, why can't we go to China and get that tax-free stuff like they get, man?
Listen. I researched for like 2.5 years back in like 2008 because I was like, I want to go to Germany. Like I had talked to several other artists who tour out of the country all the time.
The music scene,
and
amazing.
They told me like how much of a love they have and appreciation for artists they have over there. And I was like, all right, F it, I'm gonna go to Germany. And I started researching it. You would not believe what you have to go through to just move over there as a citizen. Like basically the easiest way it would have been for me to go there would have been to go on like a student visa and then go to school and then try to find a job. But at that point I had already been to school over here. I ain't going back to school. That's not what I want to move there for. Right. But I think that's another thing that's an issue with this country.
Right.
I don't have a problem with immigrants. You know, I understand you may not have the best conditions where you are. You want to go somewhere else where you have more opportunity. But I do take issue with the fact that it's so easy for people who were not born here to come into this country. But it is never that easy for a U.S. citizen to leave here and relocate somewhere else.
They look down on us. A lot of them, they be ignorant.
And they take like you can't come unless you can't show a certain amount of money in the bank. And we ain't talking about just like 3 or 5,000. Like they want to see you with like a year's worth of annual salary in the bank. They want to see that you can find a job that pretty much mirrors what you're doing here when you get there. Because in those countries, you got to be a productive member of society.
But you know why here is like that? Because they ain't from here.
Right.
For real though.
Yeah.
Them people ain't here. The Irish here.
Right.
There's a lot of people here that ain't got nothing to do with nothing here.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
If we gotta go by what's on paper, I got $20 in my bank account, and that's just to keep the bank account on. I'm old school. Nike box, baby. Keeping it real. Nike box.
Okay.
No joke.
It's crazy. Yeah, they won't allow you to just come over there and just, lounge around and feed off the system. And that's the problem here.
Hey.
Like they come here and they have every
But it's
benefit.
the money though.
Shout out
they
to
make
the
money
80s,
off
baby.
Because for real, they look at it like this. They still gonna buffer what they need. See, they to the average person, they looking like they ain't productive.
Right.
But no, they gonna do some little grimy work for less pay. That they ain't trying to kick out anyway. Right. So it's like they can let 1 million of them come because they like, look, that's 1 million more that we gonna get for this $3.
And
and see, but now you got some of them getting smarter. Like some of them ain't coming on that dumb mess no more. So some of them getting smarter. Like I done seen some smart Mexicans come here, get all these stuff together,
and they gonna shack up. They gonna put 12 of them in a 2-bedroom house, and they gonna make it work. They gonna make it work
for $5,000 and do all the interior work, all the outerior work, build the house up,
everything.
Bring it up to probably about 120,000 or so. But they whole family living in. So whenever they ready to move, they can go here, sell it, and cap off.
Yeah.
The whole thing is, you got, and this is something that I was asked a couple weeks ago about, how what I think about black mothers kicking their children out and all that type of stuff.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off. We gotta go to a break though.
All right,
we be back. Dre Miles, my brother, Republican Great Man. I love you here.
It is what it is.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step. You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
It's Forever Friday. King Porter, Forever Friday. Hey, I love all of y'all that love me and that's been with me while I've been going through what I've been going through with my brother, man. I appreciate y'all.
Rest in peace to King.
Long live the King, Jamel
He
Raymond
alive,
Bishop.
man. I can't even say
most definitely.
Long as he in memory, he always will be here.
Exactly.
You know, he with the ancestors right now.
Absolutely.
I got this story I'm working on. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit. Panhandling on another level. Just give me a minute. It's gonna be
that's
tight.
dope.
Yeah.
That's a dope name right there. I like that name.
My man Jeffro just walk up in here. What's up, Pimp?
All right, what's going on, good brother?
It is what it is, radio.
How you doing?
What
This
you
one of
said?
my partners. We met in high school, but we've been brothers ever since.
And hello, his guest. How you doing?
And he had his
say hi to the world. What's your name? Rissa is in the building.
But we on a thing of support, like I told you, Jeffro. You know, your mic on, you can get on there, step in whenever you're ready. And my man Jeffro, he one of the cast members from The Wire. If y'all was big fans of The Wire or whatever, my man had a major part in there. And I called him the other day, just something I had in mind and trying to get him, you know, on the independent film I'm working on. And he brought it back to my attention, like, boy, yeah, man, everybody been, you know, trying to holler at me since The Wire and all that. But yeah, man, tell them about yourself, Jeffro.
I appreciate you calling me and let me know how y'all doing.
All right.
Excuse me. How y'all doing, family? It's Jeff, aka Hefe, East Baltimore, Greenmount. You know what I mean? My man Sack, Mobile West. You know what I mean? We definitely try and make some big moves, though, some different moves, man. There's too much going on out here. We need a positive image for these young ones. So this movie thing, man, we got some ideas. We trying to put it together. I'm glad you called on me, and that, man. I appreciate that, my dude.
How long you been doing it, though, bro? Let the people know how long
I've been
you've
doing
been
it for about 6 years now. 7 years, yo. I filmed back in 2006 for The Wire. I did 2 seasons, season 4, season 5. I had an extras role. They called me in and gave me a audition. You know, I aced that audition, and then it was curtains from there. So it's a blessing to be there, you know, that experience.
Now I gotta ask you, just from that standpoint, by you making a big impact on definitely one of the biggest films, independent films that came from our city. Oh, it's my bad. But yeah, one of the biggest films that came from our city, bro. You know, how did the city support you?
They showed me a lot of love. There's still people to this day, believe it or not, that still come up to me and ask me, I seen you on The Wire. And it amazed me because I'm like, damn, somebody did see me. You know what I mean? Like they paid attention. You know, it's a blessing, man, just to have that opportunity. You know, and yeah, it's been good, man. A lot of people been coming to me over the years.
What would you give any up and coming young kids that's probably trying to get into that part of the entertainment business as far as acting, maybe directing?
Believe in that self. Don't be nobody else, but be yourself, because you know, trying to act out somebody else, you're gonna lose yourself. So I think the best thing is just knowing yourself, knowing your beliefs, you know, family, love, you know, pay attention to education, and you can soar, man, for real.
That's dope.
You definitely can, man, because you gotta be strong. You gotta be strong-minded the way our world is to this day and age now.
Right.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I just followed my dreams, yo. I still want to be an actor.
You are acting.
You are, yeah.
Right.
You are acting,
say,
bro.
yeah,
You stand.
And I'm gonna do that.
We get it.
I'm gonna do that for Baltimore.
Yeah. But see, just so on that note, like I say, when it comes down to the support, you know, in the Baltimore mind frame, just everything just about what we was touching on tonight. Now, this one of the men who did 2 seasons of The Wire. Of The Wire, bruh. Now, Naomi will tell you, wherever we go, that's what they talk about.
Yes, sir.
The
I
Wire.
always tell them it's worse.
That's the main question they ask us.
Is it really like that in Baltimore?
Was The Wire real? Was it really
like?
like?
Believe it or
It's
not,
worse, I believe.
It's
worse.
You know,
They made
it's
us look
hidden.
smarter.
It was more politics than anything.
Right.
I studied The Wire when I was on that. You understand what I'm saying? The corner I can relate to.
Right.
If y'all remember the corner.
That was filmed on my block, Port and Lafayette.
The Wire was more political. It was more downtown.
Yeah.
It wasn't showing the streets. It showed, shit that was going
Some
on.
part of the street.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it wasn't
But they were
showing
changing
the real.
up stuff, though.
But at the
They was
same
changing
time,
up a
they
lot.
gave us a lesson also.
Yeah.
Because they showing what's going on in our political field.
Right.
That people
Right.
not paying attention
And
to.
that was a big part of the production being shut down because they felt
They
like they was going
exposed.
too
Right.
far
Yeah.
into what was going on.
Politics.
And us, a city like
Politics, I hate
Baltimore,
that.
we can't be put on that light. You see what just happened with Marilyn Mosby and rest in peace Freddie Gray and all.
Rest
When
in peace,
things
Freddie
get put into that light, they do everything to shut it down and make you believe otherwise or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I was just going into that note because it shocked me for you to just say, I still want to be an actor. That's a Baltimore right there, all the way. Like this nigga did 2 damn seasons of The Wire. And he talking about he still want to be.
Hey, yo, you know what though?
I say that's an open mind though. He feel like he ain't make it yet. That go to show like no matter how far you go, you jump over one stone, go for the wall. You jump over the wall, go for the mountain. It never the end. You know
what though? When we really start thinking about stuff though about our city, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we had to attribute the change to 2 things. Like for how we got like where we at a place where we don't really get the support. One was when the burning happened at the Martin Luther King.
That was sad.
And 2 was the crack era. Because for real, like because when I hear older people talk about Pennsylvania Avenue and talk about like the places where the black people could
Smokey
perform,
Robinson, and
that was one of the places. Like that was like a mini Harlem.
That's the place.
Yeah, like
it was.
Like James Brown had a house here.
Here, right.
He had a radio show here. He had a hotel here. Like Baltimore was different. So it's like
then
when
crack
did
came.
yeah,
Where did that go?
yeah, like I'll be like, I wish I could have seen this
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like when they talk about all of that, I'll be in awe. Like, wow, when I see the old pictures,
Yeah.
I'm like, this was that.
This was
It
that.
was.
This is where we are today.
Like we gotta bring it back and take it
this
to
used
another
be.
level.
So
Yeah.
and that's the thing.
It take leadership. It take leadership.
It's about our outlets.
It take
You know,
leadership.
like who can we reach out to? What can we reach out to bring more productivity into our communities or into our movements, into what we got going on? And I'm not talking about just personally your own business ventures or none of that. I'm talking about just a whole collective community as a whole Black community. What are we really missing?
Let me
gotta connect the dots.
Let me just say one thing real quick. A man who just left Pac-Man Society, I'm a part of it. We organize every Sunday, like different times though. We organizing, we bringing community people together. We got the cookout coming up. I don't even know the address, but I know it's Park Heights and Wiley.
4800 block.
Yep, right around the back.
Right around the back. Park Heights and Wiley.
Free cookout, kids come eat, all that. We doing it for the back. The school is gonna be supplies and stuff there. So we are doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's just gonna get bigger.
It take more brothers like us to get together, man. We just gotta reach out and see who the ones that's
gonna reach
and
back.
when you start doing things like that and it gets to be a large scale project, start reaching out for grant dollars. And then when you do that, start reaching out for press.
Right.
Because let me tell you something, when they see you on the news and it's positive and it grows and grows and grows, that's when you get the attention. That's when you'll get that support.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Shelly Staylow, man, down Emerson Avenue. I see you holding it down.
What's up, shorty? Shelly Staylow.
He one of the guys in the city that does it. But it's a trickle effect. If we doing it, let's do it. Once you're involved, be involved.
We got to come together as the people, though.
I still show support. That man post me in something, I'ma share it, whatever I can do. But I want to start showing my face more as well. I've been going through a lot of things that I've been going through on my personal level and all that, but I'm getting back out. I'm getting more involved into my community. I'm getting more involved into nonprofit organizations and all that. And
I think it's about
deep into my
building a team
yes,
of like-minded individuals where in that team, everybody plays their part and they're comfortable with playing their part. Everybody, the problem with us as young Blacks, everybody want to be a leader.
Yep.
Everybody want to have an Indian hat.
Don't nobody want to take, information. Everybody think that because you telling them something wrong.
And then you're a clown for
guiding
listening.
them, and you're a clown for listening.
For bad one down.
That's the young youth, they see that, and they be like, I ain't gonna be no clown. Yeah, man,
Right.
I'm jumping out there.
Let me ask
You know
y'all
what I'm
this
saying?
real quick, not to jump off the subject. What do y'all think about these young boys calling each other dummy?
Oh, that's
another way to
programming, man.
degrade the young black male, and y'all falling into it. I wish a nigga would call me dumb. No, I ain't dumb at all. I'm not with that dummy shit.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
But that's one thing
I heard dummy, and I have called somebody dummy.
Yeah,
I'm 31,
right?
But it's just the lingo. At that time, I called. I ain't gonna lie, I fell into the whole
I
way.
feel you.
back.
See, like
You
with
know
this,
what I
right?
mean?
We got Republic of Great Men. Great
Yes,
Men
sir.
stands for God reveals everything,
Yes,
and
sir.
time manifests excellence naturally. We promote positivity and love. So when I like yeah, you be saying dummy, me and my brother, what's up, great man? Damn.
Yeah, it's
We
power
don't-
in the
you
words.
know what I mean? We got to uplift
Yeah.
each other. Y'all, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
look.
call none of y'all dummy.
Right.
I can't.
we not
black
dummies.
man.
We
Power
ain't
is
dummies
it's
at all.
power in words.
Huh?
I said we gotta recognize that, like it's
Yeah.
power in words. There's a
That's what
reason.
I'm saying. It is.
Like-
and by them hearing that,
Your subconscious mind is so much more powerful than your conscious mind. Like people think it's the opposite. That's why even what you was talking about the show, when they saying bad being good and good being, see when they understand that when it gets in your mind,
It's that easy.
when that frequency go in,
that easy.
it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Like and see, it's crazy because say for instance, if you was the type of person and you every time you go to sleep, you're going to sleep to like something real heinous.
Right.
You know how crazy your mind would
Oh
be.
yeah.
And you would think that it wasn't because you were asleep.
Right. But no,
Yeah.
that mind work when you
Yeah.
sleep. That mind work when you sleep.
You know what I mean? So we gotta be conscious to all that type of stuff.
So let's stop calling each other dummies. Great men and great women, we are amongst them all, man. We ain't dumb by far.
Black man,
Not at
brother,
all.
At
brother. You know,
And that's why mentoring programs are so important, because you have to catch the kids' attention at a young age to
Yeah.
turn them in a good direction. They
Right.
face so much negativity, like you saying, between sitting in the house all day, being on a video game, what they watching on TV. Nobody is engaged in their mind. They're not really learning in school no more.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? The class
Nope.
sizes are so large. Kids have
can't pay
behavioral
attention.
problems. They got learning problems. It's really tough. And that's where the mentoring comes in from the positive people in the neighborhood. And that's both men and women.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're definitely
I love
right.
mentoring. Like that's one of the projects I work on that gives me the greatest joy. When I go back to Clark and speak to other young ladies and they're like, I want to do what you're doing and I want to be, and I'm like, okay, call me. You need an internship? Send me an email. Let me see what I can find.
Mhm.
Those are the kind of things
That's
that let them
support,
know
y'all.
they not by themselves. That's
called
support.
support.
Yeah.
resources.
Turn around. Oh.
Y'all got text.
Oh, a text. Okay.
Oh.
Who that? What that say? I
Oh,
would like to shout out my father. His name is Tyree Miles. He's a part of your show. Thank you. Hey, Tyon Miles, baby. Daddy loves you. Hey, Tyon, Tanaya, Cameron, Kyon, Brendan, Tyree Jr.
You got everybody?
I got everybody. That's six. I gotta think, but it's six of them.
bad.
And I'm a damn good father. I'm a pat myself on the chest and the back.
And that's what it's all
Fuck
about,
with
man. About
whoever else think.
I love my baby.
That's where the silent support come from.
Shout
Love you,
yeah,
baby.
My bad. I'm sorry. Shout to my daughters, Destiny and Jabel, my babies. Hope
Yeah.
y'all see this. hear
Silent
this.
support from the black man,
I love
whether
my
it's to your
girls.
woman, whether it's
Shout
to
out to Landon.
your immediate family, your outside family, your brothers that's close to you, your sisters that's close to you, or whatever the case.
Mhm.
One thing we got to realize as black men is that we holds that strength,
Yep.
and
Hey,
we
quit.
We can abuse it to a lot of levels, and that's one thing I'm learning to realize. I'm very outspoken. I don't take a lot of shit. So, but sometimes I know how hard I can come off, how aggressive I can, come off to some people. So I try to fall back, and like Hip Hop K just said, it's power in our words. So if I'm
Yeah, it
being
is.
aggressive and I'm saying something a little strong or whatever, I can imagine to how detrimental it might be to a person that's hearing it from me, and that goes on all levels. So support. We about to be going into another break real quick. It is what it is. Radio is your boy Sack Banger. Hip Hop K. We got Naomi
Fly
Boys.
T
We got my
Miles,
man
King
Jeff Pro.
Porter Forever Friday.
Yeah.
BeExposedRadio.com.
I'm gonna throw the cards up. Hey.
Be Exposed Radio.
You like to say alleged anywhere here.
This is the wrong song to play. This topic.
They're saying 4 years ago, according to a $20 million lawsuit, the plaintiff, who was also not named, met Charlie Sheen in Las Vegas on April the 1st, 2011. The sleaze suit claimed that Sheen entered into a nefarious plot designed to lure plaintiffs into a luxurious hotel room to serve his prurient desires. Sensationally, it was alleged that Sheen... Say what?
I said perverted.
No, it's
Let me see. Can I where's a point to the word? Right. Prurient.
It's hard. It makes me want to gag. Like cock. Get it? Sensationally, it was alleged Sheen told the man he had no venereal diseases. At that point, they watched the porn and engaged in mutual oral compilation, mutual self-gratification, rubbing and massaging each other, play wrestling, licking, and unprotected intercourse. So, look, my question to my three people here at my panel, are they trying to say, because that's when they said he got this disease 4 years ago, or virus, HIV, 4 years ago. Are they trying to say that he got it from gay sex?
Probably. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
That's what it's saying.
Consensus of the room is
not all the female prostitutes that he was doing. It was the guy.
Just they interjected this one guy in there.
Yeah, you know what that is? That's Sheen having a very good publicist. That's
yeah,
what that is.
Partly, but partly this is the guy.
That's the best story you could go out with.
Yeah, right. This is the story that made the rest of these stories explode, basically.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on
You're
Be
struggling
Exposed
with your
Radio.
mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Radio King for the Forever Fridays.
Hip Hop King.
Republic of Great Men.
Zach Banger, man.
Call us up, man. 410-702. 5657.
Here, man, you turned up with us tonight.
Look,
man, you know,
I know I was live, nigga. Yeah, what's up? Yeah,
my man on the live stream here enjoying this tonight. You know, we got our guest here, Miss
I'm with
Naomi
the fans,
Rose.
man.
Hey,
We
y'all.
appreciate you tonight, love. You know,
this was
the
that's
topic
nice.
for tonight is support. You know, we still looking for some callers to call in 410-702-5657. Y'all give us y'all take on support as far as relationships with business.
Call us
in the
up.
black
Just
community.
support it always.
Hey,
Support, man.
can any of my baby mothers call up? I know y'all don't mess with me, but call up.
You keep
Let's
it
talk
up, they
about
gonna be waiting
support.
for you outside.
Or anybody that I ever dealt with. Call us up.
And how you
snap.
feel about
Don't
supporting
call-
guys like us that you
Girls
know
I
that
talk to
really
don't
was
call
out
up.
there that come from that?
Yeah,
And we trying to do this.
we trying
Y'all
to
hear us
change.
talking all this positive over these airwaves and all that, you know.
Sir.
I know some of y'all hating to hear my voice right now and even talking it in your ear.
Man, we got haters, period. I don't give a.
Listen here, nigga. I'm a changed man, you know. I'm still about that mess. Don't ever get
Don't
it
get it
twisted.
fucked up.
But
Don't get it
yeah.
So when you say
I'm gonna
support,
cop my deuce now.
let
Look,
me ask a question.
I'm listening.
So when y'all say support from a woman in a relationship sense, what do you mean?
I'm gonna tell you what I
Great
mean.
question.
I'm a writer.
Okay.
If I'm dealing with you, we have clothing lines. All right, I'm gonna give you the clothes, but read my stories. That's support.
I'm
You
gonna
can
check
even ask me how my day was.
when I get back because I ain't get my shirt when I was.
Dre,
got lost in the mail.
Dre, she throwing shots.
All right,
you,
go ahead.
You
Go
made
ahead.
that
What
order
you
with
saying?
Andre Miles, but I got you. I got her while she here, Dre. I got her. But with me, it's something small to just read my stories.
Right.
It's something small to just tuning in here. I got a lot of strangers, not strangers, but I got more women that I've never dealt with that support than the women I've dealt with and have been in long-term relationships with. So support for me, I don't really get it. Not from the people that I thought I would get it from. So it is what it is.
Can I keep it real?
Keep it frank, yeah.
Should I keep it real?
Yeah, damn.
Keep it 1,000. Keep it a million.
All right.
I mean, I ain't asked you the question to get no lie.
No, but
it is what it is.
But this is raw. This raw though. My situation is a little different. So I'm dealing with put it like this. Me and my wife just got separated.
Can I say something about your wife?
Be quiet. No, you can't. He gave
Go ahead,
his
do your
answer.
thing.
Chill,
All
yo.
right, so it's like the main reason for me was support. Like I can't like I'm a person who, you know how you can see the hill, but you don't want to be reminded of the hill, like whereas though a person to be like, but that hill you can't get over it.
Yeah.
But in your mind, you like, man, I'm gonna run up this motherfucker. Right. And then, but you do know the work. So when you with a person who don't support you, it just reminds you of the work. You know what I mean? Whereas though I want somebody to give me some extra push while I'm running up there because I'm gonna get tired. Because a man with a woman that support them, you can take an average man and this man can be Superman.
That's gonna put the battery in our back.
And that's what a lot of females don't realize.
That's the truth. That's why I'm so glad Miss Naomi Rose had touched back on that, because I got cut off by a little commercial break the last time when I was touching on this, you know. And that's exactly what I was meaning by that hip hop K. You hit it right there on the coffin, bro. When you got that support from your woman, whether it's a baby, you all right? What you working on right now?
Exactly.
Can I hear what you got?
And that's
just show
sexy.
me, just show me that you there.
Yeah, show me you care.
Small stuff like that. Then when it comes down to maybe you having Tyree might be putting out his first short story or whatever, and he want to share it with Facebook. Share it with him.
Thank you.
Tell him, baby, good job. Tell him, baby, keep pushing. That's
I ain't
it.
get that.
We not asking for our women to put up their life savings.
I'm gonna tell you
or
some
nothing like that. We just want that mental and moral support. That's what lifts the man to the moon and beyond.
That's what's
free, you know.
It goes back to elementary school. Excuse me. The mic on? Y'all hear me? Yeah. What's up, y'all? On some real shit. It go back to elementary school. You was trying to get that girl with attention. You know what I mean? You gave your all, and she ain't give you shit back. Then y'all go to middle school, and then she got some little bit of extra, just a little bit of extra. You still pressing them. And y'all get to high school. You grown. You getting turned into a grown man now, and she starting to notice your difference. She starting to notice your change. Right. And then when you come at her again, she still don't want no problems with you. You dig what I'm saying? But once you make that big move, like going to that man stage, she be like, "Oh, I want him now." Right. You done moved on. You gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's some good men out here. You know,
you're asking great
ones.
ones.
Us away. You know, they push good men away. It's some bad dudes out here too. I'm not taking.
Yeah, it go hand in hand.
Oh Lord, yeah, they run my pressure up.
Great men and great women out here.
They run my pressure up. I be chilling.
Naomi, you one of them. You one of them strong-minded individuals. The way is though, you can strike a guy.
Shut up.
You can strike a guy because he may feel intimidated that you may be a little more smarter than him.
I hear that often.
You know, you a little more aggressive on the mental note. Something that a guy may not talk about. You like, why you don't want to talk about this? You know, you're not looking into this. You're not paying attention to this. And then he feel a little low because the woman's bringing it to his attention. You know, now I understand things from that standpoint, but as a strong man, I can't fathom it. I just understand it. You know? I'm not with none of that. I'm gonna have that conversation with my woman. If my woman there with me, she's very interested in what I got going on, or whatever I'm into, she's gonna know. But when my woman giving me mostly conversations about the past or what we've been through and all this whole other mess, and I'm trying to move forward, then the conversations get short. You know, the tensions in the air is we sleeping in different rooms and all that stuff.
My next girl will be the happiest.
Real support.
You know what we got? You know what we gotta do? we got always attack fuck shit. You know what I mean? On some real, because that's what it all really come down to. You got, all right, I'm gonna tell you what. I was telling a female this one day. Her friend always talked to oh man, I'll wait till we come back from break. Because this
As he getting into a real good
deep
story.
one, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait till we get back. And I'm gonna hit y'all with the real. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is, radio, man. Your boy Sack Banger, Tyree, Miles, Hip Hop K. You know, we got Miss Naomi Rose in the building. We got my man Jeffro from The Wire.
And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
This forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon. Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's time.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. I want to get back to what I was talking about right before the break went off, right?
All right, so tell this story because it sounds
All right.
interesting.
Basically, I was talking to a woman, and her friend always talks to these messed up guys, right? And she was like, but I just wanted to get it together. I wanted to meet the right guy, this, that, and the third. You know what I told her? I said, she ain't gonna meet the right guy. And she was like, why would you say that? I said, because she's not. I said, you gotta realize that has nothing to do with the guys. I'm like, she messed with messed up guys because that's the energy level that she on. I'm like, because it's like just like with me, I don't mess with a bunch of messed up females because I won't give them the time of day. Soon as we talk, soon as I see some warning signs, I'm like, oh, I can't never talking to her. So, but like the girl's kind of dingy a little bit, right? But I'm like, and she's into like stupid, superficial stuff. So what happens is you only can vibe with what's on your level. It's a reason why great men tend to be around great men. There's a reason why as soon as I changed my life and became positive, I automatically start being around the same type of people. When I was an alcoholic, guess what? For some reason, all my friends was alcoholics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is the frequency on which you live.
You get back what you put out. If anybody, you know anything about the secret, the law of attraction, anything, that's just a way of life. You get back what you put out. And shout out to a lot of my guys I grew up with, Park Heights community, Wrightstown, St. Ambrose, Wrightstown, Virginia, Ridgewood, Wiley World, down bottom, up top, the whole zone 15. I love y'all, man. But, one thing, I am Baltimore certified now. Like I wasn't never one of them kids that was scared to cross the gun line or go that side of town and all that. But back in the day, though, a lot of my guys I was hanging around, they always told me like I was the one, and I ain't never look at myself as above them and none of that, because we all was together. We was together every day, going to school together, smoking together, whatever we did, street shit together, whatever. But I noticed that once I really started locking into my career as far as my music and start pulling the camera out and start shooting my own videos and putting together my own movements, bringing guys like Waka Flocka to the hood and all that, like I started seeing a lot of people shy away from me because they felt like I was doing more or I was doing things on a higher level. When the whole time I had to deal with Brick Squad and all that, and I'm trying to bring everybody through the door with me, and they telling me to leave them behind. I'm like, nah, but y'all want me to leave them behind, y'all gotta leave me behind, So, but just me not understanding that part of life of that's the sacrificing part, the sacrificial part, should I say. Like I had to cut off my finger to save my damn hand. I had to cut off my hand to save my arm. But not actually cut them off, but come back for them. But by me trying to bring everybody through the door with me and all that and trying to just keep everything so quote unquote real, it got me to the point is I don't have a circle at all. Everybody fell from behind me. But just touching on that as surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals and all that, that's one thing I definitely learned. I would have been there if I just had that knowledge of get with these people who think like me, get with these people who in the same lane as me, who got the same vision. Maybe it's not my dream, but it's their dream. But we got the same vision of this things that we got to get over to get to this.
Yeah. Because you do have to, support or not, you got to know when to cut their weight. You have to. And I tell everybody, like, that's why I never wanted to be part of a group. Like, when I was in a band, when I was in an all-girl band, it was cool for what it was. But when I started talking like, yo, I think if we go to Cali, we can really get some traction. Everybody started coming up with excuses. And I was like, cool, I'm out. And I quit. Like, that was it. And ever since then, I was like, no, I don't want to be in a group no more.
You was the bad one.
Huh?
Was you the bad one for quitting?
Yeah, of course I was. I called flag. Oh, Naomi, how you going to leave us like this and this and this and that? And I was just like, we not going to move forward from where we are if we don't do something different. So if y'all don't want to do that, then I can't do that. And I was like, I'm leaving and going to Atlanta. And that's exactly what I did. And ever since I've been down there, whatever I do, it's solo. When I perform, it's solo. Only thing I do with other people in projects is when I'm modeling and acting. Of course, that's a project. But even with that, I had to walk off the set of a fashion show 2 weeks ago. I'm in the back, dressed, ready to hit the runway. They start acting stupid in the back. I said, you know what? I'm out of here. Have a nice day. I changed my clothes and I left. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm professionalism. I'm not dealing with it. You think that it's all about you when it's supposed to be a group effort? I'm not dealing with it because that's not supporting one another. That's one person trying to just be the head of everything and you don't care about what goes on with everybody else. Well, guess what? I ain't with it. I'm gonna walk away. So I understand where you coming from. You got to know when to cut their weight.
And it don't make you the fake person. It don't make you the weak person.
Not at all.
Like, it takes a strong individual to cut off something that you love.
Mm-hmm.
Cut off somebody who you love. Go ahead, you got time, Jay.
Shout to Be Exposed. Hey, yo, what's up?
He love this camera. This boy.
I was in a situation where I had an agent, you feel me, and she wanted to be in the music. Shout to the faculty. Shout to my niggas back block. You know what I mean? But I feel like I put niggas in a position to, do that thing. They was doing venues, shows, whatever. Niggas just didn't capitalize. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I felt like I didn't meet my criteria. Like, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? When I was really trying to focus on getting us where we need to be. But niggas starting to get that shit together. But I think it was just because it was just too much at that time. They couldn't handle the situation. Thrown at it. And when you put yourself out there and you put your name out there, it's hard to bring that shit back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard to bring it back once the niggas fuck it up. But I love my niggas. Like I said, shout to motherfucker 1-5 Music, Sack Bank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be Exposed, we here. Shout to my niggas over East, over West, Cherry Hill, Westport, all that shit, man, DC.
And y'all make sure y'all build up each other, man.
Definitely.
I got to build each other up, man.
And you know what though? You guys sometimes cut the fat too with other situations. Cause like I can use myself as an example. I remember when my last day selling drugs. The very last day, I can remember it was a decision that I knew I had to make, but I was like, dang, I ain't understand how I was gonna make the decision, or because I was more so worried about my clique than anything else, like how they gonna look at me. Stupid stuff that I should have never been thinking about. But we had Outlaw Swad, so I'm thinking like, but I'm about to walk away, and I'm like, and I ain't discussing this because I already really came up with the decision like 2 weeks before.
Right.
So I can remember I did everything that I had on me. Money was messed up around that time, so I had not only did what I had, I actually took on 2 packs, did that, gave them their money, went home and was like, I'm never coming back out. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just it. And I knew and I knew I had to change everything. Them 2 weeks that I knew that it was going to be over, I knew that I couldn't hang with the same clique I used to hang with as much. And people looked at me funny because they like, dang, what, you a sucker or something? You could tell the vibes you get from people. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, in my mind, I was like, no, I know what I got to do. Man, some of them dudes did, some of them, but I one thing I could say I'm blessed about, my interior clique all doing good. Like everybody when they got jobs and stuff. Like my main like 3-4 dudes that I hung with.
They put the energy out there.
Yeah.
Getting back what you put out.
Yeah. It's never easy to do that though. And especially when it's something that, like you said, that you gotta, especially when you have a passion for something. Like I tell everybody, my mom and dad had such a taste for a wide variety of music before I was even born. At 4 months old, I recognized Michael Jackson's voice. I would stop dead in my tracks, regardless of what was going on. And nobody else in my family has a voice like me. Right. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely am thankful for my gift. Every single day I can wake up and open my mouth and I can still sing. And it's never easy to be like, okay, I don't want to record with these people no more, or at their studio, or work with these people, or anything. Like, it's never an easy decision, but every time I've had to do that, I feel like I've come out being prosperous and still growing and still being able to learn, and that's what's most important.
I was one of the ones that was like bringing everything to the table as far as ideas, creation, and all that. I ain't write for dudes or nothing like that. I mean, I did write for a few dudes in the city. Shout out to the ones who I did write for. I ain't gonna put y'all on blast or nothing like that. But that's big love. Y'all know what it is.
Right.
But all in all, like, I felt people always told me, leave these dudes alone, bro. D ain't for you. You got too much potential. You need to get from around there. I was always the one like, nah, I'm with my niggas. Like, nah, we thugging it. Like, well, we gonna do this together. I ain't kicking in no doors without bringing my squad through or whatever.
Right.
But I was always told that they not for you. Ain't nobody really supporting you. This, that, and the other. My support to me was when I dropped my CD and bringing it around. I know niggas was hustling for the day, so niggas bought the CD from me. Right. It wasn't no support to me about niggas coming to the show because I knew niggas wasn't the going out type and all that. So, nah, yo, y'all ain't gotta come to the show with nothing like that. I know y'all don't go out with nothing like that, you know. And the same time, I sit there before I go to the show, whatever. Everybody want to get me high, extra drunk, or whatever the case. But I gotta go be professional on stage and do what I gotta do. And y'all ain't gonna be there to back me up. I don't have no hype, man. Like, none of that.
People
But
told
just-
me I need to be more selfish.
Just from that, I started learning on how to start being more selfish on the. It's no positive way to be selfish for real.
Yeah, it's not.
You know,
But I'm gonna tell you something. You know what you gotta learn from that? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Being famous ain't easy.
It's not.
People see the end product. They see when you performing, when you on television, or when you on a tour. They see all that. That shit is not easy. You know how many people you gonna have in your ear and your pocket when you make it to a certain point? And you gotta have the strength. Those are the kind of lessons you learn to have the strength to say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with that. We're not gonna do that. You know
No
what I'm
feelings
saying?
involved.
Yeah.
No feelings.
Because if you don't learn it before you get to that point, that's why you look at all these artists who had made it and were successful and lost everything.
Right.
Because they were never groomed and never learned. They never had the time to go from growing into really being an artist to getting, you know, a really big deal to having longevity.
Real artists.
When it happens overnight like that, you just not prepared. It's so much coming at you at one time. And if you just gonna be like, yes, 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 yes to everybody around you, you're gonna be done before you know it. They're gonna suck all the energy out.
You're gonna turn right to the coke and say yes.
Yeah,
That shit,
yeah.
I mean, the pressure. That pressure is none like no other.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you getting put on, and then everybody in your face, you got people, you know, civilians. You got paparazzi. You got politics. You got other artists. You got people that's trying to hand you CDs. Like it's a lot of stuff that you got to deal with. You know, it's pressure.
Yeah, like I know I have days now where there have been days where I'm like, no, I ain't going to that rehearsal, and I just don't go, and people calling my phone, and I ain't show up. But when you get to a certain point, it's gonna be days that I can't do that. That I have to go regardless of how I feel, how I look, whether I want to smile or not smile. But one thing I always have people say to me is, Naomi, when you do come to something and we need you to be there, you professional, you on, and you ready to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's never a time when I go somewhere and I'm like, yeah, I guess. Oh, you want to take a picture of me? All right, whatever. And my face turned up. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to save some of yourself, but in that kind of thing, you got to have people around that's only going to be solid supporters. Because if not, it's going to be too much too quick and you're going to drown.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do. I mean, I don't know. I see a lot of us just making crazy mistakes, like what you were saying, far as like with any type of success. Like, ain't even got to be big success.
Right.
It could be something small. And people around us. I mean, because look, I ain't even got an album out. People will see something I put on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And it'll be like, yo, when you gonna look out for me with this or that? Or yo, I heard you got equipment. Can you record me? Like, you record that
Like, what is all that for?
But did any of them people ever ask you how is your career going?
No,
They're
they
not
not
gonna do that.
and they
What's
not
up,
gonna
bro?
say
Just
they not
checking
gonna
on
come
you.
at you with no money either.
They
not
looking
gonna
at
do
you.
And
that.
you know what? I was going to say, I
Opportunists.
just had a guy in my inbox today. He was like, hey, Naomi, I'm a singer-songwriter, and I was wondering if you could promote some of my material. So I answered him back. I'm like, promo for what? He like, oh, some of my songs. If you want to do it, it's cool. Just shoot me your email. Y'all think he got my email yet? No, because let me tell you something, homeboy. This how this gonna go. You gonna read my contract. You gonna sign it. We gonna talk about payment. You gonna send that PayPal, or we ain't doing the work. That's
And
it.
that's just
Hey,
that's
Naomi.
called silent.
And how he
Square
gonna- how he
business.
gonna do
That's what you call business.
Yeah, and he don't need like I never met this guy. I know I'm friends with a lot of people on Facebook now that I have never met. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. If I see your friend request and it's like you're in the arts, you do music or acting or you do film, whatever, you director. If you in Atlanta or you here, I normally accept them because I'm
Right.
like, okay, it's somebody I can probably network with, work with later. You never know.
Yeah.
And that's cool. This guy been on my friend list for a minute. I see him there. I see him on IG. Today I posted a video on IG because somebody asked me to sing something.
We got a call, y'all.
And he
I'm
hopped
sorry.
in my inbox. I don't understand.
Carla, what's up?
What it is, what it is.
Hey, how y'all doing? It is what it is radio.
Hello.
What's up?
How you
We
doing?
appreciate you for calling. Who
Baby.
we speaking with?
Hey, I wanted to touch on something that Sex Anger just was talking about as far as having a circle.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking that I'm looking at people like Jay-Z when he started out with Dame Dash, and they seemed like they had a big entourage, you know, and it seemed like he was successful then. But it seemed like when he broke away from the circle, the so-called circle.
We got another call, Carla. Can you kind of speed it up? We don't want to rush you. We only got 20 seconds.
Not saying he wasn't solidified then or, you know, a real artist, but he became a rich man.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed like he became, you know, rich. You know, I don't know about the Illuminati stuff. I guess that's a whole nother conversation.
That's
but,
another conversation
you know,
for next week.
Conversation. I'm gonna cut you off in 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Yeah, we sorry. We had another caller too.
Work is your net worth.
Yeah.
We be back.
All right,
Okay.
baby.
All right.
I just saw y'all on Instagram. I was just calling to say hi. I don't even know what the conversation is. I was just calling.
Who is this?
What's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Lena.
Lena,
Hey,
follow
Lena,
us all
what's up,
on
shorty?
Instagram and
That's my little
Facebook.
sister.
Hey,
What's up? How can I
Lena.
find you on? What's up, y'all? How can I find y'all show? What's y'all show on? Y'all on the radio or y'all on the internet?
Radio.com. YouTube is one way.
Oh, all right.
stream
How can I
live.
follow y'all on Instagram?
I'm at FLYT Miles. That's FLYT MILES.
Everybody else can get y'all's up.
_K.
Sylvester Miles.
That's
Fly
Miles.
T Miles.
Fly
FLYT MILES.
Flight Miles.
Or hashtag Mr. Miles the writer, or hashtag Republic of Great Men, or hashtag King Porter Forever Fridays.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna try to find y'all and listen to y'all right now.
All right, well, we appreciate it. And share that video that you seen and let everybody else know they can call in for
We got another caller.
702-5650.
Got another caller.
It is what it is.
Hey y'all.
Hey baby.
Hey y'all, this is Michelle. I got a issue right now.
What's up?
My son.
Your son?
Caller, you there? I
Her
think we
son might
lost
have
the
hung
caller.
the phone up.
Call back,
Her
call
son
if you
might have hung
can.
the
We
phone
lost you.
Dang, shit was real.
Yeah, her son might have
But,
hung the phone up.
we gotta go into our commercial break anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we late.
We all late for our commercial break. We gotta pay these bills. It is what it is. We be right back, y'all.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the building, we have live Mr. Michael Ryder. There we go. And Mr. Steve Yarn. They're doing a partnership based on what was it again? The stories of the Vulcan Blazers. An awesome production that they have coming up. And now the name of it will be called Baltimore Heat. There we go. They were telling us a little bit about they're in the pre-production phase of developing this Baltimore-based production. It seems like a really awesome idea, and I'm always love for more artistic events to come here, and because it's more of an event because you guys are going to actually use Baltimore as your complete backdrop of the city, and that's very awesome to hear.
Yeah, we want people to fall in love with this project through the visions and the tales we're going to tell about these firefighters, but also we want them to fall
You
in
are
love.
listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, where the callers at? Marcia Sykes, what's up? Maurice Hicks, what's up?
What's happening, everybody that's online streaming with us, everybody that's checking out our IGs,
8
Facebooks,
minutes.
you know, Sack Banger 1_5. We got my man Flight Miles up in here. You got Miss Naomi Rose, my man
Hey,
Jeff
y'all.
Rose, the guest, and the other co-host, my man Hip Hop K.
Yes, sir.
What up?
Already.
Call us up, y'all. 410-702-5657.
Our topic for tonight is support, man.
And support your kids. Please support your kids, because I know I got some scars from certain stuff that wasn't supportive, and I know my mother ain't mean no
I was in
harm,
Royal Farms last night.
but that's real.
Yeah.
This guy had 5 kids with him.
Sound like
Sound
me.
like you.
Boy copped back and hit this little girl so hard. All the father gonna do is just push him out the store, yo. Every man that was in that store last night was pissed, nigga.
We got a call.
You got a caller.
Caller that called back.
What's up, caller?
What's happening?
Caller.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Hey, baby, how you?
I'm fine. Look, y'all, I got a real serious issue right now, and I don't know how to deal with it. Like, my son is 20, right?
20.
And him and his father are going through a big beef right now because he feel like his father talking to him like a little boy and not like a man, right? And there's so much going on out here in these streets that I really don't want nobody to get hurt, and then everybody be talking about they wish they woulda. But I don't know how to eliminate the situation with them. Like, it's really bad. Like, they're not speaking no more. Like, that's not my father no more and all this. Like, what do I do?
You need a mediator? I'm a mentor. I can help you out.
But one thing.
Yes, I need a mediator.
I'm dead serious, though.
You link up with
Who is it, Tyree?
Yeah, who's this?
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle, yeah, I got you, baby. I'm dead serious. Yeah,
Like, I'm dead serious. Like, they need something. It's bad. Like,
Inbox
it's
me your
real
information,
bad.
but the thing is with that is, hey, you father and child, man. See, I lost my son before, so I know the feeling of losing a child. There's no
Right.
bond like it. So somebody got to be the bigger man. Hopefully the father will and come grab his son up and sit him down and tell
Embrace
him,
him.
you
But
know,
look,
embrace him and let him know how
I'm
he
trying to get a
feels.
sit down. Look, I'm trying to get a sit down with both of them so I can talk to both of them together, but they don't even want to be in the same room. Like, it's real bad.
No, but see, what you gotta realize is you dealing with a man and you still dealing with a boy. Now, somebody's a boy and a man in there. Now, your son, on an age level and a maturity level, he could still be considered as the boy, but he feel disrespected.
Yeah.
And now that's where the father's supposed to come in at and humble himself on how his son feels.
Exactly.
If your son feel disrespected, try to find a medium in there the way so you can get your
It's all about
whatever you're trying to
communication.
get
They need
through
to
to
communicate.
him
They
without
gotta talk.
disrespecting him.
They have to
Now,
talk.
your
They
son,
gotta
that's him
talk.
being the younger man at 20 from Baltimore, dealing with things how we deal with things. He ain't with none of that, especially
ain't
as far as
trying
being
none of that shit. They
disrespected.
just need
to Right. talk.
Father or not.
At the end of the day,
you
they
know?
need
And
conversation.
then, see,
It's
this the thing.
communication.
This is what their main beef is about. My son got locked up for something really stupid. But we really had to bail him out, and we still paying his bail money. So his father really got an attitude about this. But my thing is, like, he was in college. He dropped out. Like, he's not no street boy, for real. You know what I'm saying? So I want him to sit down and listen to what we tell him. Me and his father been in the streets before.
Right.
So we try to tell him, like, yo, chill out. Like, you got to understand, this shit is not no game, and this is nothing like it was when we was out here.
Ain't no
So-
money in the streets no more. The streets.
I got
don't even
three
understand.
sons. I got 3 sons I got raised, and my oldest right now is 8. So I can't imagine right now having a 20-year-old who not listening to what I'm telling him. Like, boy, y'all already lived this life.
But that's the thing about it. He listened to me. He will not listen to his father for nothing, but my approach is different with him.
That's
You
the
know,
key. The
my
approach.
is I listen to him. I let him say what he's going to say, and then I try to think of a better way that we can deal with things. When his father straight come out there, I'm like, no, you wrong, don't do that, and that's it. It's not like that, you know.
Miss Michelle, how you doing? My name Jeff, Miss Michelle.
How you doing?
All right. I wanted to say to you, it's all about it's miscommunication. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He feel like he's been
Attacked.
Pretty much. You know, he feel like he's a grown man. You know, it's all about communication. If he can talk to him and let him know that how he feel, they can sit down and they gotta be able to.
What you gonna have to do though, Miss Michelle, and this,
it's tough though.
It's a reason you called in to the show for tonight. God got us all together right now.
Yep.
So you holler at Tyree. Tyree, like you say, he'll be your mediator.
Look, I'm gonna be your mediator. Only thing I want is 2 apple Gatorades and some seafood. That's it.
And what
Or
else? 2
banana
apple
pudding.
Gatorades.
Or banana pudding.
But
And
I
got you.
I guarantee you, when y'all sit down, the 4 of y'all, and Tyree take the floor, your son and the father will listen just as well as you.
Indeed.
But you know, I don't even really consider my son as being so wrong as his father is not being as mature as he should be about certain situations. I feel like as the grown man, right, he's supposed to approach it differently. Like
You should. It's all in your
But
approach.
at the same time, you got to understand the frustration of a father.
He's
Especially
still
that's
look at
his
him
son.
like he's his little boy.
So
you can't look at him like he's his little boy.
No, he's not his
Yeah.
little boy at all.
But it still
really
goes
makes me
back.
sad
It
though,
goes
because when I
back.
say their relationship was like Tyree and Funk's relationship. like
shout out
always
to Funk.
together, like right and left hand. You know, that's how they used to be. And now they are completely separated, and it's messing me up.
Yeah, he's more disappointed than anything. And that's the thing. He more so probably trying to get it out in message and, you know, make it like he teaching a lesson or whatever. But he's more disappointed. He can't tell us something he's disappointed in him and all that. He just making it more so like, boy, get on top of your shit.
Right.
I'm your father.
But that ain't it, because I told him, yo, I'm so disappointed in you. I can't believe you out here doing dummy shit. Like, I really talked to him like,
telling him. That's mommy
you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be a
but he
different
respect
feeling
what I'm
hitting from
saying more for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's
That's
gonna
how
be a
it
different
is.
feeling hitting it from mommy, especially with a boy.
It's nothing like a
I
mom.
understand that. No matter how, you know, distant me and my mother relationship is, when my mother tell me I ain't on top of my game or whatever, I'll listen to her. My father tell me I ain't on top of my game. I'm like, nigga, you ain't been on top of your game since I was little. You just getting yourself together.
Like, you ain't talking nothing.
So that's how he looking at it.
Shout out to all the fathers out there doing what they doing, and the mothers too, though, man.
So I'm just giving you that standpoint as a father, you know, having the young kids, and probably from the frustration of how he may feel from him raising his son up, like you say, he in college and all that, you know, doing good.
Right.
And so he probably feel like anything in that lane is far to the left. And he ain't trying to hear none of that shit. And nothing that you can say as far as calming him down and making him talk to him respectful. He ain't trying to hear.
He ain't trying to hear.
He's not.
You know?
Like, he is really not trying to hit.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you
So
what.
you the third party. So
I know you want to set the thing up with your child, your young man's father and me and us. I talk to your son first, or you know, if you want, I talk to either one of them first, and we go
y'all
from there.
need to do it in the group setting.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
the group setting with it.
I want you
got
to talk to
10
my son
seconds.
first, though.
You got just inbox me your number. We'll get to it.
We appreciate
hey,
you. Hey,
we got 5 seconds left, Michelle. We love you. Yes, it is.
All right, I
what it
love
is
y'all
radio.
too, and I love y'all show. Keep up the good work, y'all.
We touching on everything. Thank you, y'all. Fly T Miles.
Boy sack banger, man.
Hip hop K, Young Nay, Heartless. Give him a shout out.
Yeah, shout out to my kids. That's
guessing
the belt.
that.
You know
My
what I
man,
mean? My
Jeff
family, everybody, Greenmount, faculty.
Thank y'all.
Miss Naomi Rose,
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate you, love.
Shout out to PPG Plus by Pretty Girls Management.
9 to 11.
So, Jacqueline. Yes, Mom. I wanted to talk to you about something, and oh wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow, busy me. So.